now listening to LauerRoadRadio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha! Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRadio.
Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRadio.
Let's get it. What?
At Tanagra, When the Walls Fell, this is Dan Owens coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. We got Harrison running the sound and the video and all the technical stuff. Preston is our information guru. Is that what we're calling him?
For now, yeah.
Czar guru.
Until we come up with something better.
If we need information from the internet, whether that's true or not, he will find information for us on the internet.
Elon Musk is calling himself the Twit Czar, or the Twit Chief.
He's going to have to buy... He's going to end up buying Twitter now, right?
Yeah, no, it's for real.
But it's not final yet, right?
No, like it's final. He's taking over like tomorrow.
Oh, so he'll like walk in...
No, did you already see...
With a...
Yeah, he already
I don't see anything. I don't know anything.
Did you see it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
He walked in with a sink?
No, I didn't. I have no idea.
Are you serious?
I'm seriously, I don't know.
There's video. He's walking in Twitter headquarters carrying a sink.
Why a sink?
And he posted, "Let this sink in."
Wow. Mm-hmm. Really?
So Elon's on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him. I bet a lot of people are leaving, huh? People quitting Twitter?
Well, he's said that he's going to fire 75% of the staff. Because nobody shows up to work.
Sure.
They all work from home or whatever.
Yeah, work from home.
If you worked at Twitter, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I don't
Scrolling.
Just
Sitting on
scrolling.
the toilet, just...
Yeah. If I could
How many Twitter employees are there? What would be your guess?
3,000.
I mean, there's got to be a lot, right?
But I don't even know what they do.
So if they have 3,000, they need what? 30?
100, maybe. A couple of those are janitors.
I mean, there's just one guy just kind of watching it just to make sure
it's still there.
I view it like the guy
He's hitting refresh.
It's like on the Matrix. There's just always had to be somebody watching the Matrix.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
After a while.
As of 2020, there was 7,500.
Jeez!
What
are 7,500 people doing for Twitter? I don't think there were 7,500 people on Twitter.
No, there's a lot of people on Twitter.
I'm not on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I am.
Yeah, I tag you sometimes.
Cool. So I might get on Twitter more now.
Yeah.
That Elon owns it.
Yeah.
But that's
Elon.
funny. What did I say?
Elon.
You think it's a hard E?
I think it's a hard E.
I would agree. Hardy.
Elon Musk, not
Yeah.
Elon.
Elon sounds like a girl's name.
Also reminds me of Mulan, so...
Yeah.
Voulez-vous coucher à ce soir? Ce soir. It's Moulin Rouge, but...
A little bit different. Where's Jesse?
Jesse...
Because there's an empty chair.
There's an empty chair.
And an empty
I don't know,
microphone.
Can we show the empty chair? There's an empty chair.
Empty chair,
I don't
empty
know if that's
microphone,
possible.
empty headset.
And Jesse's somewhere. I feel his presence.
Good old pumpkin dip.
So I expect that within the next 15 minutes, he'll walk in and we'll catch him up on what we talked about. But eventually, the show must go on.
Yeah, I'm not waiting around for him.
I think P.T. Barnum said that.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, so our last episode, Jad was on with us.
Jadius.
Yes, Jadius. And it was good. I liked it. A lot of good feedback.
It was one of our, as far as like downloads, easily of our last like 10 episodes, our worst performing one. I checked it today.
True. It's also our most recent. Usually it takes a week or two.
Okay, but even in the first week, I don't know.
Well, this might change your opinion.
Okay.
I'm checking my email today.
As you do.
As I do. And I see that someone CashApped us.
The show?
The show.
Really?
Yeah. Jad sent us $1.
What a punk. That's worse than nothing.
Jad sent us $1.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just thinking, maybe if we had Jad on like 1 million times, that would be $1 million.
How can we share our Cash App? What is our Cash App?
It's at LauerRoadRadio.
Jason is putting it on the video right now.
Down at the bottom.
It's right here.
It'll be in the description too.
Can you do this though?
We'll do the link.
Can you do that?
I
At
don't know if I
minute
can.
5.
We'll
can you
work
put
on
it right there?
I'll work on it.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
Because it'd be great if because I never watch YouTube, but I will watch it just so that I can see me with the magic of modern video.
I'm gonna have to green screen some stuff.
You can do it though.
I'll do it in PowerPoint. So he sent us $1.
He sent us $1.
I just think we need to have him on 1 million more times. It'd be $1 million.
Genius. That's a Jad idea right there. That's an idea. Wait. Whoa.
So if anybody wants a cash app us,
That's a different app.
yes,
Then they can.
they can. I think it's at Lauer Road Radio.
Just go to Lauer Road.
I'm not doing it.
It's right here.
It's in the description,
But
which
it's-
you provide.
But with the magic of video, I think you should make the text green. Because
we'll see. I don't know. Do you see this?
Yeah, sometimes stuff just shows up in the studio.
Yeah, we got a
and
Barney.
Somebody, was it there last week?
No.
We're sure.
I walked in and it was sitting right here.
Somebody brought in a Barney.
I have a feeling that was Jesse.
That was
Whoops. Okay. Somebody brought in a Barney, and there he is. You think it was Jesse?
Yeah, because you were talking about that Barney the other day.
Jesse would find something like this. There's it plays music or something. There's or maybe there's there might be drugs in there or something.
There might be.
Maybe
yeah.
there's is there a button to press? To make
don't
them
think-
sing.
Barney, sing.
See, fear. There's
He's not doing anything.
It's like a thing.
What are you doing? Is it a boy or a girl dinosaur? He's looking.
He's asexual. He's neither.
Or are there drugs in it?
He's performing the surgery now.
And there's
So you brought this in.
No, I didn't bring this in.
How do you know there's a...
Well, I felt his butt. It's on.
The batteries are probably dead.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
So we'll just put that there.
Here's some...
There. Interesting. All right. Okay, that's enough.
Sorry. That's
enough.
that's not going to play across very well in the audio. The video is going to be great.
No, if
Beautiful.
you are only listening to the audio,
The Barney box.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
So Mount Rushmore of I had a thought earlier. We were talking about something earlier and I had a great Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
That's fine. We move on.
Before the show.
Well, before the show, we'll just get to that.
Okay.
You have Sprite. I don't know if you can show the camera. Sprite has recently changed some of their marketing.
Yeah.
Did you know their bottle is now clear instead of green?
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I prefer green.
I prefer green too. I think it ought to be green. So, and I said when I saw the Sprite, I said, "Do you remember Slice?"
I loved Slice.
Have you ever heard of Slice?
I have not.
Slice was a soda pop,
Soda pop.
depending on where you're from, and it was a competitor of Sprite and 7-Up,
Yeah.
and it did not, I guess, cut the mustard. It did not make it.
Did not slice it.
I feel like 7-Up is always gonna exist.
Yeah, because when you're sick, that's what you get.
Obviously, it is a little different, you know. But I think Sprite and Slice were fighting it out, and
Yeah.
Sprite just won.
Yeah.
So, but now you said, and you brought up a good point, the new competitor, the up and comer,
Sierra Mist.
trying to take down Sprite and 7-Up is Sierra Mist.
Yeah.
So if you had to rank, so we'll do 4, okay?
Okay.
So Sprite, 7-Up, Sierra Mist, and generic lemon-lime, like Walmart, Kroger,
Okay.
whatever brand. Big K.
First of all, let me just say, I think they're all good.
Legitimate.
I really do. I don't
Lemon lime
think,
it's a solid flavor.
I don't think you can go wrong. A lemon lime soda.
You got your lemon,
I'm
you got
all
your
in.
lime, you put them together.
Listen, one of my favorite things to drink is a lemon lime tea, a hot tea.
Often at a restaurant, I'll order just club soda with a wedge of lime
Yeah.
and a wedge of lemon. And I was like, put them both in that cup there with
I'm gonna
some
make
club
my own
soda.
Sprite.
I'm going to squeeze it up, and then if you can bring me some sugar, and I'm going to mix it around. No, I don't put sugar in.
I need some corn syrup.
Could you give me
I need some corn syrup.
So back in the back, you've got a big box, and it's got some syrup in it that makes the sodas. I want a club soda, which is free.
It's water.
You can't charge me for water. There's a law. And if you could just put some of that syrup. No, I get club soda with a lemon and a lime. And sometimes it's a whole discussion. It's a lot of like, what do you want?
Wait, what?
And
Explain
then
that to
sometimes
me.
they'll then, with the bar, they'll put in lemon and lime like flavoring.
Oh, no, that's
And
not
I'm
good.
like, "Whoa."
No, I want the real thing.
And they don't like it
Yeah.
because it is free. And so it doesn't get, on the tip. And it's actually more work for them.
Yeah.
Because they're going to go all the way to the bar, and they got a good thing, and the thing, and they get the lemon and the lime and put it in there. And I'm like, this is free.
Just bring me a whole lemon and a whole lime.
I actually
I'll
don't.
cut my
I
own.
actually don't mind paying for it. And what I wish you would do is just give me a lady the other day. I don't remember where we were. Oh, we were in Berlin, Ohio.
That was a dad look, by the way.
Oh, gosh.
Trying to think of where you were. Yeah.
We were
Have you seen that look?
Oh yeah, I have seen that look many
it's
a times.
intimidating. So we were in Berlin, Ohio, at some sports pub kind of a restaurant, and our waitress, she's like, "Oh, let me go get the lemon and lime. I forgot." And she brought it back,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Here it is," and she like put it on my cup, like for me, and I was like, "You could just give it to me. I don't need you to do all
Yeah.
that." But anyway, that's what I get. So, where do you rank them?
Okay. So it's Sprite,
Sprite,
Sierra Mist,
7-Up, Sierra Mist,
Okay, 7-Up
and
is the
generic.
least.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
7-Up is the least. I would say generic would be next
Okay.
to the bottom.
Okay.
Then Sierra Mist, and then Sprite.
Really? Wow.
I'm a Sprite man.
Okay. So I'll give you my list, and then I get another question for you. Controversial. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Number 1,
Generic.
Sprite. I mean, 7-Up. That's Sprite's not. 7-Up.
That's my least.
I prefer 7-Up the most of all of those things. Now, I don't drink any of them, but I do prefer 7-Up if I had to have one.
What about ginger ale?
Love ginger ale.
Come on.
You don't like ginger ale? Jesse,
No.
bring it in, man.
Pumpkin
What do you
dip.
got there?
It's good old pumpkin dip walking in. So we got started. Jesse has
Is that a donut?
some donuts. You want a donut, Jason?
I'd love a donut.
Hey, we were just talking about donuts.
It's a classic. That's a classic donut right there.
a Long John.
Harrison, you want a donut? Here, Preston, take
No,
it.
no,
So
no.
That
no,
way I won't eat
No,
it.
not for Preston. No, Jason
Pumpkin
gets
dip you
to.
just got here, buddy.
Listen,
You were late.
Whoa, did you hear that condescending buddy?
listen, listen. Don't call me buddy guy.
All right. So,
And it was good.
Jesse, did you bring the Barney?
I did.
Okay.
I knew it.
Does he make a sound?
He does. Tap his stomach.
Oh, is that what it is? I might have
Yeah.
injured him.
Oh no, we can't.
I was trying to figure out what this was.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
Hugs are stupendous.
so
I love you.
I brought that because of the Netflix suggestion. I've had that in our house for probably 6 to 8 months now. I bought it at Goodwill with the intention to sell it online,
Uh-huh.
and we got it home, and Maddox was terrified immediately.
He's got a good sense about him, that
And
kid. He's a smart kid.
I have used
Jason,
that.
you're a
Jeez
animal.
Louise, maybe I
Jeez.
should have brought something.
really
good.
good.
But he's been terrified of it. We've used it to scare him. We've placed it in his room when he
good
wasn't
parenting.
looking. And then Ollie has started that too. Sometimes he'll find it and go, "Hey Maddox, Barney," and Maddox will literally cry about it. So I told him today that I was going to bring it in, and he said, "You promise you're never going to bring it back?" I was like,
Maddox
"I
is a
promise."
sharp kid.
Yeah,
That's a good
he
instinct.
made me pinky promise, so that's not going home.
Okay, Jesse, just to catch you up, we are ranking these 4 in order. Give us your order.
'Kay.
Sprite, Sierra Mist, 7-Up, and generic lemon lime. Number 1. Or start with number 4.
I'm going to go,
Or
okay. Generic lemon lime, number 4.
Okay.
That just comes in last.
Okay.
So Sprite, 7-Up, and
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist. Okay, I'm going to go Sierra Mist, number 3.
Whoa. Anticipation
Yes. With a close second,
here. Uh-huh.
7-Up.
Oh, okay. And you
Number
got
1 is Sprite.
Sprite's number
Yep.
1.
And 1A, Sprite from McDonald's.
Oh, is that
It
better?
just has an extra little zing to it.
Agreed.
Yep.
Where do you stand on Squirt?
So I thought it was Slice.
Squirt. You know what Squirt is?
Was it Squirt or Slice?
Squirt's pretty good.
Didn't you say Slice?
Slice is another thing. You don't know what Slice is, do you?
I've seen old commercials of Slice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slice.
I've never had it.
Squirt is grapefruit
Yeah.
soda.
And it's funny because I don't like grapefruit,
Uh-huh.
but I'll take a good squirt every once in a while. I'm trying. No, I'm serious. Every once in a while.
Guys, calm down. Grow up. All right?
Yeah, Preston.
Everybody, calm down. Jesse, please, what were you saying?
The first time I saw Squirt, I worked at Kroger. And some lady put it on the belt, and I was like, "What is this? Is this new?" And she's like, "No, it's been around forever."
How did the Squirt get on the belt?
It just kind of dribbled up there, you know. And
Yeah.
the Squirt's okay.
Like, I don't even know where the barcode is. Do you like Squirt?
Occasionally, I like Squirt.
Now this is not a joke, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I understand that what I'm about ready to say is going to sound like a joke.
You've never had a Squirt?
No,
Oh.
that's certainly not true. Now,
I'm not even sure what that
and
means.
I'm talking about the soda, and I'm 100% true.
Yeah, okay.
The only time I've ever really had Squirt, and I had multiple squirts, was when I was in Mexico. And that's true. And I'm talking about the soda. I had many squirts when I was in Mexico. And it was good. I was it's true. It's
laughed my contact out. Mellow Yellow's pretty good.
I like Mellow Yellow.
I
but
love Mellow Yellow.
It's it's a different category.
I prefer Mellow Yellow to Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. Although I've not had either of them in a while. What's your favorite of the lemon limes?
Before we get into that, speaking of Mountain Dew, as we're all except one adults here, have a Mountain Dew Hard that just came out.
Mountain Dew what?
Mountain Dew Hard.
Hard.
It has alcohol in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting.
What you don't want is a hard Squirt.
You might lose a contact like Jesse over there.
That's. I mean, I'll do a hard Mountain Dew. I don't want to do a hard Squirt.
Maybe a hard mist.
I'll do a hard mist.
A hard up is better.
We gotta move on.
To answer your question, Sprites first.
Sprite.
Sierra Mist a second. 7 Up.
Okay.
And then generic.
And then generic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, Jason. What are we gonna do now?
I'm trying to charge my phone.
What is the problem with you?
Well, listen,
I
it's-
have access to your notes too, so you could
Do you?
just look off of my phone if you want, I guess.
I guess I could.
Do you want me to say something, or do you want to say something?
I'll say something.
All right.
I hit a deer.
You did.
Yeah.
How's your fist?
What's your That was all right. How? That's another way you're like our father. Our dad has hit more deer. Deer have it out for him.
Yeah. Well, I was driving to, actually, friend of the show, Jess, who comments probably more than anybody on our show. I was driving to her house Saturday night. They do like a big Halloween haunted forest type of thing. It's pretty good. And,
Did you say Honda?
Uh-huh. Man, that donut did something to my sinuses.
You literally inhaled it.
It's really good. You don't understand. I've been wanting donuts all day.
I love a donut. I was in Amish country the other day, and I was looking at those big Amish donuts.
I love those.
And I didn't get one, but I wanted it.
They're heavy. They're like a cake
I had
donut.
so much sugar at that point. I was just like, I couldn't see straight.
So I was driving to Jess's house, and it's dark. Estelle's in the front seat, passenger seat, going down Marion Williamsport Road. It's dark.
Okay.
7:30 at night. cornfield off to my left.
Oh,
Comes darting out of the cornfield.
stupid.
You
driving the van?
Driving the van.
Okay.
I stand on the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't swerve.
Yeah.
I hit the deer on the front end, and it kind of wraps around and hits my door. And it bounced off. Dropped a 4-letter word. Not proud of that. But I didn't swerve. And I immediately told Estelle, that's how you hit a deer. Because I've known lots of people that have swerved, hit the ditch, hit a pole, you flip the vehicle.
You can get in big trouble.
Well, lots of damage. I mean, people have died.
No, that's how you hit a deer.
That's how you hit a deer. And that's how you hit a deer. You stand on the brake, and you just don't swerve.
You hit the deer, you say a 4-letter word. Deer.
Deer.
That is a 4-letter word.
is.
You're correct.
So what sucks is my van door's messed up. My window's messed up now. And my front light blinker thing is messed up. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
So if you feel bad for Jason right now, you can go to LauerRoadRadio and send us some money over CashApp.
On CashApp, right here, Jesse, you missed that part. Jason is
right
going to
there.
put in the text right here. That has our Cash App if you want to find out what our Cash App is. Right?
Yeah, I'm going to need
right there.
a couple $100,000 or something.
Right there.
When's the last time you hit a deer?
I don't think I've ever hit a deer.
What? When's the last? So prior to hitting it, well, technically the deer ran into me.
I look out for deer. I'm always, and I drive very slow.
I totaled one of my parents' vans like maybe a year ago, maybe a little bit more than a year ago. I was driving to work like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was on one of the back roads in the country.
Yeah.
And there's a car coming towards me. They never turned their brights off. And so like I got past them, and it was like it went from I couldn't see anything because of the lights, and then it was like I opened my eyes, and there was a deer.
Yeah.
And I hit it going 60.
Nothing you can do about that.
And I hit it. It flew up and landed on the hood.
Wow.
After I hit it, so it hit the vehicle twice, and then slid off. Across the road. I did not swerve.
Yeah, you didn't swerve.
I didn't even stand on the brakes.
Yeah,
I just hit that thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
Mythbusters
I
did
didn't
a whole
have
thing
time.
about like that it might be better to speed up if it's inevitable.
Oh.
Yeah, you go
it
shoot it
probably
over.
depends on the vehicle. Like my van's pretty flat. And
Yeah, with the vehicle, I agree.
like if the vehicle's long,
It might.
yeah, exactly, flip over top.
Apparently, a moose don't speed
Do
up.
not
Just
swerve. Swerve as far as you can swerve.
Yeah,
But I totaled the van, and I was in shock, so I just kept driving.
yeah.
I just kept driving straight, and I was like, I guess I'll handle this after work today. I work an hour away.
Yeah.
And I got up the road like 2 miles. I was like, this vehicle isn't going to last. It's smoking and shooting. You could hear the hose. Psh, psh, psh.
Yeah.
So I turned around, and it was totaled.
I was driving last year on a backcountry road, and there was an injured baby deer, like kind of stumbling on the road.
Yeah.
And all these cars stopped, and people are gathered around. I'm like, guys, what are we going to do about
You
this?
swerved and hit it.
Honestly, I told Erica, I was like, the most humane thing to do for this thing,
Put it out.
is just take it out of its misery.
Yeah.
But everybody was concerned about it, and they're kind of like figuring out what to do. I'm like, this thing is dead. This
Yeah.
is the wild. It's injured. It's. There's a reason its mother is not here
Right.
because its own mom gave up on it.
Now it's coyote breakfast.
Its mom was like, I can make another one of these.
Yeah, this is. Listen, it is
Adios,
what it is
Bambi.
at this point.
Coming down Center Street about 3 or 4 years ago, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I was out 4 in the morning. It was super dark. There's no cars on the road. I'm driving westbound, 35, 40 miles an hour. A dog comes darting out from a house, ran right into the side of my Nissan.
Yeah, I have hit a dog before.
Put a huge dent in the side of my vehicle.
Yeah.
Like what? I felt so bad because I'm like, I didn't hit it. It ran into the side of my car.
The
Like,
best one.
What
was,
are you doing?
The best one was when you hit a family of raccoons. Yeah, it was like
Some speed
it was a
bumps?
mom and like.
When are you saying I hit it?
Yeah, do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, you don't remember that?
I don't remember it.
We were on some backcountry road between Delaware and Prospect.
Okay.
And it was a mother. I could only assume it was the mother. I don't know the family dynamics
Yeah, it
of
could've been like an
raccoons.
aunt.
Could have been an aunt or
Yeah.
an estranged uncle.
Yeah.
But with like 5 little baby ones, and they were just kind of going down the road, and you had your Chevy Caprice, and you're like, it's got nothing to do with me. And so it was like, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you just took out every single one.
I
of
don't
them.
remember that. That's
Yeah.
funny.
The last time I hit a raccoon, I was driving down 23 coming home from Columbus, and I think I had Maddox in the car with me, and he was a baby. And this car, like, flying probably 90 miles an hour, cuts me off. I'm honking. I'm saying a couple 4-letter words.
Sure.
And, I mean, it is flying. And so I said some words, and then I get close to my exit, and I see lights up ahead of me. And I was like, oh, I hope it was that guy. So instead of turning on my road, I follow, and I go, and sure enough, a cop got the person speeding.
Nice.
And so as I'm driving
Isn't that
by,
a good feeling?
Oh, it was
That's the
incredible.
best.
It was the best feeling in the world. I was like, ha! I hope that ticket's quadrupled because you put all of us in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And
what if you had a pregnant woman in the car with him, Jesse?
Well, she can give birth right there in the car. Other people have done it before.
Quite a story. Yeah.
But so then, as literally no sooner I said, I am so glad. Like, I was just gloating. I mean, I was praising the Lord.
Yeah.
Because this guy got a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit a coon in my Kia Rio. And that coon was about half the size of my Kia Rio. And I did like $1,900 worth of damage that I never fixed because I was poor.
And you should have turned.
I should have turned, but instead I
Your
wanted to
gloating
gloat
got you in
about
trouble,
that.
yeah.
I immediately recognized that when I hit that raccoon, I was like, doggone it. That's because I was happy about that guy's misfortune.
I was coming down 23 about 6 months ago.
Is this what we're going to do now? This is the show. We're just telling stories about when we were driving on random roads and hit things.
No, listen. Traffic was stopped. There's an old lady helping ducks across the street.
Dude, I'll tell you a story about a time I helped some ducks across the street. I'm serious. Listen, there were geese.
Guys, we've all driven and seen animals.
Wait, do you hit the ducks or you drive over
no,
the ducks?
you just keep going. They'll get out of the way, and if they don't...
That's my thought.
It's the circle of life.
Listen, University Drive. The geese. Over on
Oh,
University
yeah.
Drive.
Well,
One time-
listen. We have too many geese as it is.
Way too
I
many
agree.
geese. And
When
there
we
was
were
a
kids,
line.
were they endangered?
Are they endangered now?
No, there's a billion of them.
Yeah.
I wish they were.
I feel like when we were kids, they were like an endangered species, and they were protected. And now there's a million of them, and you can't get rid of them.
I heard a story about a guy. He was Mexican, and he moved up north somewhere. He was working at this place.
As most Mexicans do.
Move up north. They
From
never
Mexico,
go. They don't go
yeah.
south.
No.
Never.
Why would they? It only gets worse that way until you get to Patagonia, and things are pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he was so he was just learning English.
Yeah.
So he was not very good at English yet, and he had never seen a Canadian goose. And those things can be really mean and kind of nasty.
Yeah.
They can be really. And apparently they were all around the place that he worked. And he walked in to work one day, and somebody, hey, how you doing? He goes, I do not like those snake chickens. Snake chickens. It's
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Snake chickens.
All right, Jason. I was at the coffee shop the other day, as you do, and Eric and I are sitting there. We're having a budget meeting, and because we like to spend money while we're having our budget meeting.
Yeah.
Anyway, Michaela was doing her homework at the coffee shop. She's homeschooled, so sometimes she's coffee shop schooled.
Yeah.
And so she's there, and so she's set up at the table, and she's got like a stack of books next to her, and she has her laptop, and then like a notepad that she's writing on or something like that. And she's kind of got her whole setup there with her coffee. And some guys, and I'm sitting right here, and she's across the way, and some guy's walking out. I'd say he's about 30 years old, something like that, maybe. He's a guess, maybe 28. And he's walking by, and he looks at her, and he goes, "You look like a nerd." And he just kept on walking out. Michaela goes, "Thanks." And I was like, and then Erica looked at me. She's like, "What just happened?" And another guy that I knew was there, and he's like, "Did he just call her a nerd?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, he did." He's like, "You know him?" And I'm like, "I've never met him before."
Yeah.
And Michaela goes to that coffee shop. She works at that coffee shop.
Okay.
I was like, "You know that guy?" And she's like, "Nah, I've never seen him before." So he's just walking out, and he's like, "You look like a nerd," and just kept on walking. And so, do you think it was a compliment? Do you think he was like,
I think he's hitting on her.
like nerd is cool?
No, I think he is hit. I think it's his way of hitting on her.
You think so?
I think so.
You think it was just his awkward way?
I think a lot of guys are awkward. They don't know how to flirt. And that was his way of flirting.
Yeah.
so many things he could have said if he was trying to flirt, like, hey, you look really pretty today. You know, hey, I'm a 30-year-old guy that's into high school girls. Like, that was one of the things. But instead,
Well, you don't know he was 30. He could have been 20.
He could have been younger than that. And she is 17, So
Fair.
I view her as 9 in my brain.
Forever 9.
Yes. But yeah.
What day was this?
It was like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I saw Michaela walking. I was washing windows last Sunday after church, and she was walking by with Boomer.
Yeah.
And I knocked on the window.
Yeah.
And she looked. She had a headphone in, but she looked over. I don't think she recognized me at first.
Yeah.
Is the camera on me right now? It should be. Is the camera on me?
Usually.
I gave her one of these,
Yeah.
and she looks at me and goes, I was waiting for it. And then she folds them both out and does this and just keeps on walking. I was like, I was in so much anticipation because I thought she was going to flip me the bird.
That'd be
She'd
funny.
probably-
That'd be a funny story.
I think it still was a funny story. That's why I told her.
If I had a quarter for every time she flipped me off, I'd be rich. So, it was just funny. I mean, and he just kept on walking. It wasn't starting a conversation.
You
He was
look like a
you
nerd."
look like a nerd. And she was like,
Thanks.
thank you.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
He's walking down the street. He's like, I nailed that one.
I don't know if, there was some debate in the coffee shop as to whether it was a compliment or whether he was bullying her.
I don't think it's a bullying moment.
I feel like nerd has now become chic in a way. Like, there's like, nerd is kind of like cool in its own way.
Yeah, but don't you think he would have said like a fist bump or something? What's up, nerd?
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Nerd, just like me. I don't know. I don't know.
That is bizarre.
We like to make fun of that girl. We all know her, who's like, oh my God, I'm such a nerd.
Yeah.
Like, don't make fun of me. I watched the last Spider-Man movie. I'm such a nerd.
Destiny?
100%.
And I hope she listens to this too.
I'm
Is
going
that
to watch it with
Destiny?
her.
I wasn't trying to.
I was like, oh my gosh, did you see the new Spider-Man movie? Like, Tom Holland had his shirt off for like 5 seconds, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd. Don't even
Lol.
stop making fun of me. I'm such a nerd. It's like, no, you watched a movie that everybody saw.
Yeah.
Like, we've all seen the Marvel movies. Just because you watched a Marvel movie doesn't make you a nerd.
But
Like,
I
if
read
you-
the books.
If you're like into, then you are. If you're like into comic books and stuff, then you are a nerd.
Do you know 2/3 of our Spider-Mans have been British?
I'm not okay with that.
This is a problem.
Tobey Maguire? And I think
He's the American.
Yeah.
is he American or is he Canadian? He puts off.
He might not even be American.
He puts off look it up. He puts off.
Preston,
Let's see.
you literally have a tablet for this.
I just
express
hear
purpose.
Spider-Man, my brain's like, huh?
Oh my God.
He puts
I
off a
love it.
Canada vibe to me.
Spider-Man is definitely an American hero, correct?
If there ever was one.
Well, Superman is the American.
Yeah, truth, justice, and the American way.
And the American way. That's right. So Superman.
I mean, I would say Captain America is probably the American
Okay,
hero,
listen,
but
all right, here we go.
No,
Mount
I'm just a
Rushmore.
This is
bit
a
of a
Mount
nerd
Rushmore.
for.
Mount Rushmore of American superheroes.
Superman, Captain America.
Spider-Man.
Well, hold up. Just hold up.
I think Spider-Man belongs.
I mean, I feel like Batman is definitely on the list.
He was born in California.
Okay. All
okay,
right.
but
Basically
but
Canada.
Batman is Gotham. That's not even America, is it?
It borders nerd. Tell us.
Gotham's in America. It doesn't really, it's a fake place.
It's generic America.
Yeah, it's just like generic, like outside
Do
Detroit.
you associate?
Well, isn't Superman? He's from Metropolis. So
He's actually from Krypton.
okay. All
Get
right.
technical here.
Calm down. I'm such
but
a
he's
nerd.
from Iowa, right? He grew up in Iowa.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, that's
Smallville.
America.
But the town that he lives in, the city, is Metropolis. And in that last Superman versus Batman movie or whatever, like somehow we found out that they border one another. Like they were across the bay.
Yeah, that's not even how remotely close to what it's supposed to be. They're like across this country.
Boy, the nerd vibe.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I thought it was like Philadelphia and New York.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
But that's not across the country.
Well, no, but in the comics, they're ways away.
But in that
They're not,
movie, you could see one from the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, they're not even
I don't
close
know.
to
Do you
each
think
other.
you could see New York from Philadelphia?
yeah.
Definitely. All right. So Captain America, Superman.
I'm going to say
You
Spider-Man.
say Spider-Man.
Yeah. I picture Spider-Man with the American flag.
Uh-huh.
Black Panther.
He's from Africa. Isn't like, and I'm not.
Wakanda.
Listen,
No,
that's
yeah.
not racist.
No, he's not.
He's literally from Wakanda, right?
Yes.
He's trans-American.
Trans-American.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mount Rushmore of trans-American. They all.
Caitlyn Jenner.
He's not a superhero.
That one out
swimmer.
of the park. Yeah.
Leah Thomas.
Leah Thomas. Yeah.
Was that RuPaul? And I don't have any more.
I don't know.
Okay. Did we finish our list?
No,
we didn't
we only
finish
got
our list.
3.
Captain America, Superman, Spider-Man.
We got one more.
One more.
I'd say Iron Man. He makes
Iron
weapons
Man.
for the.
Absolutely.
He's very capitalistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All
That's
right.
a good one.
Iron Man.
But Spider-Man, 2/3 of Spider-Man have been British.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm not,
not
okay
right.
with that.
No.
Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
What about that? The kid, Miles Morales. What's the kid in the Spider-Man?
Yes,
The
Miles.
cartoon.
Let me see who
Yeah.
voices him. I'm
All
pretty
right, you
sure
gotta
it's
look it up.
American.
All right, Jason. What do you have next?
Would you rather? Would you rather pee your pants once a month
Yes.
or
Okay.
poop your pants once a year? Now listen.
Unfortunately, both of those are realities for me.
The number of times.
Can they both be true?
Well, they both are true. So if I could get rid of one,
It's
no.
like you have no.
Define
it's
pee
just
your
gonna
pants.
like it's a full pee.
A full pee.
It's not like
Like
a,
it could
Define
fill up.
poop
It could.
your
Could it fill up a Sprite can?
yes.
Like it's that much liquid.
It's a full volume of pee.
Yeah.
Or
It's not like so much pressure has built up and you just have a release valve that until you can.
No,
get
it's
there.
not a tinkle situation.
Uh-huh.
Like you just flat out peed your pants.
Where's
or-
that Miles Morales guy from or whatever?
Georgia.
Okay,
The country.
look it up. All right, sorry. Okay, so it's a good amount of liquid,
Good amount of liquid.
and the number 2 situation.
It could be any variation of.
Also a good amount of liquid.
That's called a
It
squirt.
matters.
Well,
I mean,
listen, Jason, you're the one that in the past said we don't want to do potty humor anymore. So I'm going to
sorry.
ask some questions here. If you
Yeah.
really want me to get to
Well.
the bottom of this, pun intended.
yeah.
I mean, because is it
Ask
like a
your number-
smudge situation?
No, it's a full poop.
Mount Rushmore of smudges.
Fudge round.
I got one sip.
Wait a minute. That just rhymes. Smudge. What?
Fudge round.
What?
Like the little Debbie fudge round thing.
Why is that a smudge?
I just associate that with a smudge.
I don't know what a smudge. Look up the definition of smudge. I want to know what the.
Like what they do.
I wanna know the dictionary
Catholic people-
definition of
the
a
Catholic
smudge.
people when they smudge the black
and
stuff.
then once we get a dictionary definition of smudge, then we'll come up with.
when the Catholics do the smudge on
the
the ash, yeah,
Isn't that
that's
a
a
smear?
smudge.
I think that's a smear. Then the Jewish they do a schmear on a bagel. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the definition of a smudge?
A blurred it's like a blurred mark on a surface.
A blurred mark
Yes.
on a surface. Okay, I can't do the Mount Rushmore smudges. So is it? So it? You say number 2 in your pants.
It's a full poop.
It's okay.
Now poop comes in different varieties.
We all know.
We all know this.
It's like ice for the Eskimos.
Correct.
Like they have 100 words for it. For snow, right?
Correct.
Jesse has that many
For the poop,
variations.
yeah.
Yeah. But just a normal,
A normal poop.
everyday
Yeah.
bowel movement.
You have one every day?
Typically,
Okay.
Couple times.
about an hour after
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
about
Literally while you're eating breakfast,
Yeah.
lunch.
It's every day, an hour after I drink.
Thanks
coffee.
for the video, by the way.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Was
showed
that
it.
real?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to know he was eating while he was watching that.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, this is disgusting." Oh, gross. Play it again, though. Yeah, still gross. All right. Once a year or once a week?
Month.
Oh, once a month.
So it's 12 times a year you're going to pee yourself.
Is it completely like I don't know when it's going to happen. It could happen at any
Randomly.
time.
It's just a random time. It's just going to come.
Once a year.
Yeah.
I would take the once a year.
I think I would
just
too.
and really roll the dice that I'm somewhere private.
Yeah,
and
or in a situation where you can take care of it.
Do I have any kind of warning?
No.
10 seconds?
No warning.
No warning.
Bam.
It
All of
just
a sudden,
this is
the
happening.
valve just opens and it is. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
because if there's a warning, that kind of takes away from the.
But it's not diarrhea.
Well, I mean that
Could be.
Could be.
So then, if you take the poop, then you're like, okay, I can't eat Taco Bell ever because what if it happens?
Oh, it is
tomorrow?
just whatever your next poop would have
Whatever your
been.
next poop.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I see. Well, then it's
That's
probably
never good.
diarrhea.
Start packing those Depends now.
You know,
you could just wear diapers.
Wait a minute. So it's once so it could happen on December 29th and then January 3rd,
Yeah,
right?
Technically, yeah.
So it's in the calendar year. So it's
year.
not like if it happens on January 3rd, I was like, it's like, okay,
You're
sometime in
cleared.
the next. So once it happens, then you're clear for the rest of the year.
Sure.
Okay, I like that because then I'm not in fear.
Because once you get it out of the way,
Then-
what if
then I'm
January
good.
1st you're just like, "Arr," you just do it on purpose?
I don't think. I mean, that kind of happens with me after the New Year anyway. Sauerkraut.
We've been over this, sauerkraut on New Year's Eve,
It's a German thing.
I guess. Yeah, I'll take the once a year.
I agree.
Do we want to
Okay.
do the Netflix suggestion?
Okay.
Hey, have we read
Yeah.
any kind of reviews or anything recently?
No, did
I
you
miss
put
that?
one on?
No. No, I just.
You know,
Why would you ask?
Chad said he left a review on Spotify.
It wasn't very good. I read
okay.
it.
On
All right.
Spotify?
It was dumb.
Okay.
So I want you to know
Were you
that
here for Jad? You were here
I
for
was
Jad.
here.
Yeah, he was here for
Yeah.
Chad.
That's good.
Listen, it took away a lot of the time that I normally have to
I know.
talk.
I know.
And when I listened back to it, and Savannah agreed, Jad's a nice guy. but,
Shots fired.
you know, he's not me.
Okay, let's hit the Netflix.
Well, no one would deny that he's not you.
could be okay, pumpkin dip.
You're really trying to make that thing stick, aren't you?
Yeah,
The pumpkin dip.
pumpkin dip. Pretty sure that would stick. You know.
Pumpkin dip.
Yeah.
Netflix,
didn't say that.
these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, I watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
Brought to you by Discovery TV, Discovery Plus.
Okay.
Another one.
Yeah, I like it.
Maine Cabin Masters. So this
What do they
show,
do in Maine Cabin Masters?
They take old cabins that they find in the state of Maine
Okay.
and they refurbish them.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's a very these cabins that they go to. Most of them are very remote, lakefront, island type of situations, or out in the woods. Most of them are falling apart. A lot of them are like family passed down cabins that like grandma and grandpa built 100 years ago, and it's falling apart. They don't have money to put into it, so these guys come in and they refresh the whole thing and build it up, and it's very, very cool. I would love to be able to own one of those cabins. Maine cabin.
Wow.
What's your suggestion? It's very good.
I mean,
It's worth watching.
Sounds great. There's a show on Discovery Plus.
Ah.
That-
Do you have your own?
There's a show on Discovery Plus, and it.
Is this another Grace thing?
No, we got it as an add-on to Prime.
Okay.
So there's a show on Discovery Plus, and I don't really like it. I'm not gonna lie. It's not great.
Is it Maine Cabin Masters?
Actually, it's New Hampshire Cabin Masters. And they got a beef with the main guys. No.
Yeah.
It's a show that we watch, that Abby and I watch together because we like to make fun of it.
I bought a funeral home.
Is that a show?
It is a show.
So a guy buys a funeral home.
and he like makes it his house.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
because it's not a funeral home anymore.
it's a home.
So
It's just a home.
So there's no more dead bodies in it.
No more dead bodies.
That he knows
There
of.
were dead bodies.
There
in it.
were dead bodies.
So there are ghosts in it.
Correct.
Pretty sure.
Yep.
Where do you think Mount Rushmore of places that ghosts exist?
Graveyards. Funeral homes.
I'd say hospitals.
Insane asylums.
Ooh, insane asylums. Okay. It's got to be hospitals, right?
I don't know. I feel like a hospital's pretty busy. I feel like a ghost.
They wouldn't have fun there, you know. People are
I feel like a ghost is more like in a quiet setting.
Abandoned old prisons.
Yeah. Something like that.
That
Like
hotel
the Mansfield.
you stayed in.
Yeah.
Old prisons. That's the last one.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
Jesse?
No?
Preston?
Nope.
Harrison?
Have you?
I think I have.
Really?
So my show is one that we don't...
You can talk about the ghost?
Is that interesting?
I'm more interested in the ghost than your stupid show.
Oh.
It's probably some pretentious documentary.
You want to do the show, then the ghost?
I can talk about either one.
Do the show first.
Okay, so it's a show that Abby and we just like to make fun of. That's the reason we watch it, is to make fun of it.
Yeah.
It's called Flea Market Flip.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we've watched this a lot.
Yeah.
Jesse lives
And it's compelling in its own way.
Yeah.
It's also very annoying. Am I right? The people
Well, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
The people can be very annoying. They obviously so the premise is you have two couples, right? They don't have to be like married or anything. Sometimes they're batting for the other team, if you know what I'm saying.
Gay.
Anyway,
They're
you have
trans-Americans.
two couples, and they go to a flea market. They pick out 3 objects, and then they take it to this warehouse, and this team of experts helps them, by the way, which is like, all right. But and then they turn it into something else or refurbish it, and then they take it to this nicer flea market in like New York City.
Yeah, I've seen
and then whichever team makes the most profit is the winner. And so we like to guess who's going to win. Yeah. Oh, I think they're going to win. And sometimes I'm way wrong, and sometimes I figure it out. But we like to make fun of it. Like we just constantly make fun of the people because they're obviously coached up to be like, we're going to beat those guys. Those guys are so dumb, and they don't know what they're doing, but we know what we're doing because we're the best. And so Abby and I like to watch it, and we like to make fun of the people. Yeah. And so we've been watching Flea Market Flip. I can only watch one at a time because it is so the people. The idea, if you gave me a different host and you didn't coach up the people to be so annoying, then I would like it more because I do like the premise.
I agree on the people. I can't dig the host a little bit though. The host, she's okay. She's nice.
She's all right.
She's a fun lady.
She's all right.
You know, normally I don't give a Netflix suggestion because it's not my show. But since we asked, you asked, it just falls right in line with both of yours. We've been watching a lot of HGTV.
Okay.
And we've been watching this one called Farmhouse Fixer. And it's one of the guys from New Kids on the Block. One of the original guys. He still tours and sings, but then on the side, he helps people renovate their houses, their farmhouses. Yeah. I know it sounds super lame. It kind of is. But Savannah and I are kind of renovating our house, and we've been taking a lot of inspiration from it. Yeah. And I just thought it was in the same vein as your guys. So we've all been watching the same stuff.
Your new renovation is going to be New Kids on the Block themed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With a little bit of
What's one New Kids on the Block song?
I was just going to ask. I don't know.
Did they sing that song Step by Step?
I think so.
Ooh, baby.
Preston.
I'm just watching Dan over here.
Type the words into the internet box.
You can have lots of fun. Step 2. There's so much you can do.
I think it is because
Step
sometimes
3. It's just you and me. Step 4. I can give you more. Step 5. Don't you know that the time is right? Step by step. Baby.
Dan started this.
Dan's
I have no clue who New Kids on the Block are.
New Kids on the Block. Because I don't know any songs.
I don't think I do, except for everyone. I think it is because every once in a while they'll make a stupid pun about one of the songs, and I've never heard any of the songs. And they just redid like the staircase in the last episode, and the lady's like, "We're just gonna have to do this step by step." And the host John, he was like, "Oh, I see what you did there."
Is that it, Preston?
Yeah, there's one. Yeah. There's a whole slew of songs that I've never heard of before in my life.
So the reason I know that song is because of you're a child, is because of Elgin Junior High School dances. Because they used to play that at the dances, and there was like a whole like dance thing that everybody did with it, and you put your foot in, and you put your foot out, and then you did this.
My memory of junior high dance was when they would do TNT.
TNT, hi, 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 dynamite, TNT.
I can't tell
That and Desperado.
That's when you look over at your girl, you're like,
I can't tell you what I remember. From
and they
those
would always
dances.
stop, and they would always the last song of the night. Do you know the last song of the night?
No.
Every single time.
No.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And you're just dancing there, and you're just like, baby, you know I'm covered in Brute cologne all over my Ohio State starter pullover right now. But don't forget this moment. At the junior high school dances in Elgin, for some reason, all the kids danced in a line.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They just on the baseline. And if you
sideline,
it was
like a blue the volleyball line.
It was the sideline. That's what it was. It was the sideline of the basketball court, and the girl was on one side, and you were on the other, and then the line ran down the middle.
Yeah.
And so you could look, straight down the line, and everyone danced like that. And if you danced out in the open, you were a renegade. You were like, who does this guy think he is? So obviously what happened is at some point, someone started doing that.
Yeah.
And then the 8th graders just kept on doing that. The 7th graders showed up and said, well, we're not going to get made fun of by the 8th graders, so we'll just do what they do.
Right.
And so I was curious, and I talked to somebody who went to Elgin like 10, 12 years after us.
Yeah.
I was like, I got a question for you. Did you ever go to the junior high dances? And she's like, oh, yeah, I used to go all the time. I was like, do they dance like in a straight line? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, it's like everyone was lined up. She's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I was like, so they didn't do that? She's like, no, they didn't do that. So at some point
it stopped.
At some point, someone got the guts to say, guys, this is dumb. We're not going to do this. So
they lined up this way.
yeah, probably.
We're really not going to do like an Apple podcast review reading or anything like that? I don't even know if there's a new one or anything. I just
have to. I don't know. I actually looked for it, and then I was having a hard time finding it. Jesse, can you find one?
I might try.
We're already.
For next week.
We could save it for next week. Next week, if everything goes right, we should be in our brand new studio. So everything will be different after this. Yeah, I can't find any reviews.
We'll do it next week.
I don't know. We'll do it next week. Sorry, Jesse. If I had known, then I would have.
Well, I don't know that there's anything there.
I'm just. All right, this is Dan signing off for Jason and all the rest of them. Remind you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, move, sit. Good dog.
I've spoken.
Nine?
No.
It's too late.
I was yelling.
Good old home, dude. That fart was disgusting.